breakfast will soon be served. I'll just have this and then, well, I'll tell you what I'm up to today. Got some nice English and British tomatoes here. There we think a few of those. Very tasty. A few of those with a bit of bacon on a bap should set me up for the day. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Got a lot I want to do today. I'm going to wipe all that rust down and then scrape it, wipe it again, and then hopefully get some Fertan on. Hey, that's a bit well cooked, but you know what, it's edible, and that's all that matters. Is it edible? Answer, yeah, of course it is. Oh, let's put another one on there. It is a Saturday. Weekend treat. Any excuse, eh? That should do it. Tell you what, the sun's nice and bright today down here in the field of dreams, as it's been called. Very nice. Well, that mug, by the way, I had one of these already, but this particular one, somebody sent it to me. Don't know what I'm trying to say. Obviously, I've got a suspicion who it is, and thanks you. You'll bind the round next time I see you in the pub. But thank you anyway. Kettle's boiled. Let's get some liquid and water in there and get outside. It's been given out for rain later at sort of lunchtime, so if we can get this done and it dries out, then I might even be able to get a Fertan on. Anyway, let's see. Let's see how we go. Oh, probably want a bit of cold water in that. I'm going to burn my hands off. That's better. But while I'm at it, I'll fill these water containers up. Just fill the kettle up again for later. That's a problem at the moment. It's a bit like camping. I've got a water tank on board, but I haven't got any plumbing in situ yet. Tell you what, it's bloody windy. What's happened? Really windy. Oh, the sun's gone in. Really is windy. Where did that all come from? Right, so oh, it's better around here. We'll start at this side. See what we're dealing with. That rust that I showed you last time on the gunwales, it looked quite bad. I've worked out the reason for that. The boat's leaning this side, so in the gutter on the roof, whenever it rains, there's obviously a pile of water. and then that sort of overflows and drops down the side of the boat and sort of lands in here, although down, you know, down the other side. So I think that's why that's happened. Feel there's better things I could be doing at 8:30 on a Saturday morning, but it's got to be done. Always wondered what it was like to be a scrubber. Now I know. Did I say that? Right. Might as well wipe that as well. So as I said, it's only sort of surface rust. These are stainless steel actually. These have never been painted. I wanted them painted. They're stainless. And the wind's dropped now. Hopefully, like I mentioned inside, if the sun comes out again like it did about 20 minutes ago, or even if it's windy, then this is going to dry, and then I'll scrape off the loose rust, give it a quick wash again, and get the Fertan on today, and then I can tick that job off. I put a schedule together of what I'm doing when. Originally I did it in Excel, which is a spreadsheet package, but I'm really warming to Microsoft Project. So if you've used it, first time I've used it, to be honest, or trying to use it and teaching myself, it's a great application, similar to spreadsheets, Excel, but you put sort of what you want to do in when, and then you can acknowledge if you've done it or not, and it moves everything along like a sort of diary format. So if I miss a day, it will compensate for that. Very clever bit of software. And also, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm relying on materials to be delivered or whatever, or waiting for other things to be done, it will compensate for that, and it will give me something alternative to do. Again, on the project. And I've also catalogued in if I'm doing outside things like this, if I get bad weather days. So again, all I need to do is to tell it that it's raining, and it'll automatically say, alright, stay inside, but you can do this instead. So it's a really useful bit of software. Microsoft Project. I'd be interested to know if any of you have used it. Right, we're I think it's a bit rusty now. I think we're about halfway there now. Yeah, you can see how the boat's leaning because of how this water is sort of sitting in the gunwales. So I'm guessing that that's why we got that what appeared to be a lot of rust. Like I said, if the originally my builder put the first coat of zinc oxide primer on here, it was sprayed on, so it would have been sprayed on very thinly. And I was meant to coat this, get 3 more coats of primer anyway within a few months, which I never got to do because of other sort of commitments. But not to worry, we'll get there. Right, I'm sure you don't want to see me doing this, so we'll come back when I've finished. Right, that's one side done. Just got about 18 metres on the other side to do now. I'm going to get this bucket refilled with clean water, swill that down, and then we'll get onto the other side, and then I think I deserve a cup of tea. Use that other bucket. I normally just wash my cups and plates out. It's still got warm water in the original one, so I can use that around the other side, hopefully. Really looking forward to getting on with the fit out now. Now I've got the promise of a lock-up. Hopefully you can hear me. It's windy. I might as well get some fill my water bottles up while I'm here. So most of the, well, a lot of the boats here have got an electric hookup with some 13 amp and 32 amp connections, and then we'll access to water down here. All clean. You can see here, look, it's only sort of surface rust. I didn't even need to wire brush it. Once I've gone over that with some Fertan, I'll turn that, get rid of that rust, and then I can spot prime it. When I say spot prime it, just prime it in the spots that needs to be done. Bit there. There we go. Looks like there's a corpse over there, look. Let's go and say hello to him. Get through these nettles. Hello. Obviously you've been here for a while. You're looking a bit malnourished, you are. Right, we'll start on this side now. This is not too bad, to be honest. Start from the back again. It's not as windy around. Well, I'll say that. Yeah, it's not too bad round here, so this should be pretty quick. Right, I'll do this. Let's turn around that way. Not as windy. Right, yeah, I'll do this and then I'll be back with you. Well, I've actually wiped the roof down. Hopefully you can hear me. It's not as bad. In fact, it's not at all bad. All I could see in the guttering down here was water, obviously sort of grey water. I wiped all that off, so there's hardly any rust there at all. So that's a good thing. I think what I'm going to do now is to get some Fertan on the first side that I cleaned, and then on the other side, and if I get down tomorrow or possibly Tuesday, if the weather's alright, I can get that primed. It's really bloody windy down here. It's stopped again now. Let me give you a view of the boatyard or the field from above. The sun's really come out now again. Right, let's get back down and let's have a look at that Fertan liquid. Oh, there's an old Mini there, look. Right, so this is the stuff. Fertan, a rust converter. Don't need to dilute it or anything. You can just paint it straight on. I'll just pour it into this makeshift paint kettle, i.e. an old 2.5 litre tin which used to contain brilliant white emulsion from Wilko's. Nice one, Wilko's, we love you. I can't actually show you me painting it on. It is on, look, because it's so blooming windy. Can't hold the camera, hold the brush and the bucket at the same time. Anyway, you get the idea. So that will convert into rust. Sorry, it will convert the rust, or take the rust away down to the bare metal, and then I can put some zinc oxide primer on there. I think it's zinc oxide. I know it's got zinc in the name. This grey stuff, similar to red oxide, but it's a lot better stuff. Right, mission accomplished. Cleaned everything down, swilled it all down, dried it, although most of it dried in the wind, and I've got a Fertan, yeah, just Fertan on each side of this 57-foot shell that I'm fitting out. So mission accomplished. I think next time, I might be down tomorrow, not sure yet. If not, 2 or 3 days time, I will have something else to do on the boat. Oh, it's so windy today. Well, it is now. Right, so I think I've accomplished what I wanted to do today. Cleaned all the rust down, given it a quick sand, washed it down, and then swilled it down, or washed it with clean water, let that dry off, and there is Fertan now and everywhere. And as you saw earlier, I've also the roof is not half as bad on the guttering as I thought it was, which is good news for me. So next time when I come down, first thing I need to do, if the weather allows me to, is to get some zinc oxide on the Fertan that I've put on today. What happens when it dries, when it cures, if you like, it turns black. It's like a black powder. So I just need to wash that off, let that dry, and then I can get the primer on. I'll put plenty on. I've already put one coat of primer. No, the rear half of the boat on the roof has already had 2 coats of primer. I want to put 3 coats on everywhere, so I've got another coat to put on the front, and then another coat to put on the whole of the roof, and then that's the roof done. And I'll obviously go around the internal gutterings on the roof. I'll put plenty on there, and then I can think about putting some primer on the sides and around the well deck. I'm not too bothered about sanding down in between coats of primer. In fact, I'm not going to do that until I get the at least one coat of undercoat on. Why put paint on and then sand the bloody stuff off again? There's no need to do that until you're probably at the penultimate coat at the undercoat stage. No need at all, in my opinion. It's at that stage, at that third coat of undercoat, then I need to start sanding down. So the fourth coat and the penultimate coats of gloss, that's when they need to start sanding. Anyway, it's getting really windy, so I'm going to pack up now, get the hatches closed, get my portholes back in their holes where they belong, because I've had them out today because it's been a bit stuffy on the boat, and I'm going to head off home and find a nice beer garden, I think, or at least a bar to lean on, and I might have a couple of crafty pints. See you soon. Oh, thank you for watching, and by the way, do remember to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps my channel. Right, see ya.